MHA nerds, IzuOcha ship nerds, other ship nerds that don't ship IzuOcha. Welcome to this video. And if you enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe. This is part 1 of the IzuOcha relationship dynamic. Well, I'm probably gonna change the title to IzuOcha, the dynamic relationship between Izuku and Ochaco. Part 1, Izuku's origin. This is me going into further details of every little thing, from Izuku's origin to Izuku to UA to future Izuku, and then I'm gonna jump to Ochaco, and then I'm gonna go into the relationship parts. So, grab some popcorn, something to drink, and please, as always, enjoy my videos. Please. This took a while to make. Also, this is the second intro to this video. The first one was an hour special for this video. It still might be an hour long for this first part, but it's not an hour special. The hour special will be whenever we hit 100 subs. Let's go ahead and get right into the sadder start of this topic. Now, IzuOcha, it does start off in UA High, but we're going back to Izuku's past life, whenever he was younger. So, MHA starts off with Izuku being quirkless and not having any powers like anybody else. He gets bullied, made fun of, and also, I think he's also depressed and suicidal. Because, again, he doesn't really have that many friends at the start of this, and also by the way that he was thinking about jumping off the roof of the building after Bakugo said, "Take a swan dive off the roof of the building and pray that you were born with a quirk in your next life." Sorry for stuttering at the part, but that really hits him. Honestly, at this point, I think his mind was already broken to the point of wanting to end everything. Everything. You can tell by the way that he's just sad all the time. You could tell that he was faking a smile, wasn't really that happy. He's been going through this since he was really young. And then whenever he met All Might, the person that he admired the most, the person that he looked up to and gave him hope, shining light and everything, says, "I'm sorry, but you can't be a hero without a quirk. Maybe pick a different dream. Actually dream of a dream that you can actually fulfill." That hits him differently. Now, if we're talking about AUs, if we were going into dynamics of AUs and stuff, we could already know if he got home that day, he would probably have ended his life. Also, I probably want to clarify suicide warnings in this video. If you cannot handle any of the topics like blood, suicide, depression, or any of that, click off the video right now. But if you are, let's go ahead and keep on rolling with it. Just being quirkless enough hits different for him. And I know this because we've seen him think about it over and over again. He probably dreamed about having Bakugo say, "You're worthless," and also getting the name Deku. Just having all that conflict building up inside him probably made him think that he was worthless. Again, we can't really be sure about that because we never know about any of that. But the middle school arc, it was dark, but not as dark as the Vigilante Deku arc. But it was still dark enough. But whenever he gets in UA, it changes. He met well, before we go into UA, let's talk about the sludge villain attack. Sludge villain attack. Everybody knows it, everybody seen it, everybody watch MHA. If you're new to MHA, you're not probably there yet, unless, well, you probably are because that was in the first episode. But if you haven't watched MHA yet and you're going to start it soon, spoilers. But anyways, sludge villain attack, Bakugo, he attacks Izuku first in an alleyway, and, well, not really an alleyway, more like a tunnel that Izuku was walking alone, and he comes out of the sewer and, attacks Izuku. All Might saved him, and that's whenever All Might and Izuku meet for the first time. That's where All Might said on a roof, saying, "You can't be a hero without a quirk. Have a dream that you can actually accomplish." And then he walks out. Izuku hears the explosion out far distance. He was gonna go run there, but then his hopes and dreams were crushed. But whenever he saw Bakugo being attacked by the sludge villain, his confidence came back and ran straight into the fire, the will, the passion, everything inside him coursing through his veins, wanting to protect Bakugo. But why? Why was he running? Why was he doing all this? It was because he had that heroism spark that everybody should have. He was amazing. He was something that All Might has never seen before. A quirkless person, like himself, trying his best to help others out, even though people looked at him different. And again, this is his bully that we're talking about. Him saving his own bully is so amazing. I could keep on babbling about Izuku and the sludge villain attack, but that made All Might realize what he said was wrong. Well, whenever everything ended up happening, Izuku technically saved Bakugo, but All Might had to jump in and save both of them. All Might finds not Bakugo, sorry, my bad, Izuku after the sludge villain attack. But before that, Bakugo did come up to Izuku and literally said, "You didn't need to help me, I never asked for your damn help." I know that's not what he says in the anime or manga, but, I'm not really going into, like, the manga or anime dialogue. I'm actually making my own dialogue for this, because I kind of want to do this in my own way. But he said, "You didn't have to help me, you damn nerd. I didn't ask for your damn help. Don't tell anyone about this." And then he turns around, walks away. In a stupidly way possible, yes, but he did walk away. Izuku said, "I don't know what that was about, but I guess it's time to give up on my dream." Then All Might comes in front of him and says, "You can be a hero too." Izuku literally drops down, starts crying, and then we have this little flashback whenever he was a kid, asking his mom if he could still be a hero. His mom said, "I'm sorry, Izuku." But he finally got to hear the words that he's always been wanting to hear. He can be a hero too. Now, All Might said that he was going to give Izuku his quirk. Izuku was so confused, and then this is how One for All got mentioned. One for All has been passed on to generation to generation. It is a stockpiling quirk with different quirks in it. All Might just never unlocked it. It can increase your speed and your mobility and your strength. Now, what does this mean for Izuku? Well, Izuku in the future, he ends up getting 7 quirks from this quirk. Now, people have theorized that he might have an 8th quirk. Who knows? He might have an 8th quirk. I guess we'll never find out until the next couple chapters in MHA, and then whenever MHA ends. But Izuku trained. He trained on the beach. He was picking up garbage. He was picking up every little thing that he had to pick up because All Might told him to do this. All Might also gave him a schedule to eat, to sleep, to get up, to train, and everything like that. And Izuku kind of went beyond that limit and made himself tired. Made his muscles almost give out on him, making his bone hurt a lot more, and it was rough on him. But All Might understood why he was doing this. He understood everything. Now, the questioning is, why was he going this so beyond? Well, what they always say, gotta go plus ultra, right? That's what Izuku was doing. He was trying to prove to All Might that he can be the best that he can be. And whenever it was the UA entrance exams, he got the quirk. He got One for All. He finally had a quirk. Now, I went to the entrance exams and he passed. But whenever it came to the fighting exams, this is where we meet Ochaco Uraraka. Ochaco is the first female that has ever talked to Izuku. And, well, more like talked and been nice to him, and never made fun of him. Now, they met at the entrance of UA, and then he was gonna go talk to her to the fighting, but, you know, Ida kind of ruined that. But Ochaco was about to get squished by this 0-pointer bot, and let me just explain, because there's probably new people to this anime. So, for the fighting entrance exam, there is point bots. There's 1 point bot, 2 point bot, and 3 point bot, and then there's this big 0-pointer. You don't go after the 0-pointer unless if you really have to, if you're really in danger or someone else is in danger. Now, since I explained that, Ochaco was about to get squished by the 0-pointer. Izuku did not have any points to this. He saved her from getting killed. Now, Izuku went home. Well, he broke in his arm. Ochaco saved him from falling to his death by slapping him and using her quirk. Her quirk is 0 gravity. Pretty powerful quirk, but if she holds too many things, she pukes. But she pukes rainbow. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty weird, but I mean, hey, it's an anime, so I ain't really weirded out by that. But she trains a lot for her quirk to get more powerful. But for right now, we're still on Izuku's topic of IzuOcha. Izuku went home devastated. He thought he ruined it. He got a quirk and he ruined his possibility of getting into his dream place, UA High. He went home sad and confused and just disappointed in himself. Whenever he got the letter from UA, opened it, the hologram of All Might popped up. All Might said, "Welcome, young Midoriya, to UA High School. Let me show you something." Now, Ochaco came into the office and tries to give some of her points away because Izuku saved her. Honestly, you could kind of tell Izuku was so pleased to hear that because no one has ever done that before. This is whenever we kind of first see Izuku getting feelings for her. Now, I could possibly be wrong, but again, IzuOcha is technically canon because I research a lot of this. Sadly, Bakudeku is not to the Bakudeku fans, but hey, you can still ship them. But just looking at this perspective, this is where Izuku first got his feelings for Ochaco. And it's interesting to know this. Now, I don't know where else to go with this, but yeah. This is where he starts his UA journey. What's next? Alright, so the next thing is Izuku's journey through UA High School. And I say this with everything that I have to say. This is gonna be really complicated, but also not complicated at the same time. Alright, so thank God for me for helping, well, not really helping, yeah, helping myself edit this video, because godly, this is gonna take a lot, and future me probably agrees. But what happens during Izuku's UA High School experience? Well, the first few months of UA, there's been multiple villains attacks at USJ. Let's see, what's another one? Then there was the sports festival. That was really awesome. But then there was the camp. Now, I am gonna skip a little bit of Season 2 in this. I know people probably really enjoy Season 2. But I'm going into Season 3. Now, Season 3, part of Season 2, is whenever Izuku starts to learn how to control One For All a lot better. He can go up to 5% to 8% in Season 3. But in the start of Season 3, he can only use 5%. They go to a camp. Now, camps. Another villain attack. But he ends up saving a kid. And, you know, that kid lost his parents. They were pro-heroes and they died from a villain named Muscular. Now, the kid's name is Kota. Kota was in the camp arc, and Muscular was about to kill him if it wasn't for Izuku saving him. Izuku came from weak to powerful very quickly. He's pretty damn powerful if you think about it. But he has learned a lot from his experience. And especially with the help of All Might teaching him. Well, not really. All Might's teacher been teaching Izuku, Gran Torino. Now, All Might does end up teaching Izuku later on in his life, but right now, Izuku is just getting taught by Gran Torino. Izuku has a hard-fought battle with Muscular, because Muscular was very, very fucking strong. Like, I mean, very strong. He broke Izuku's arms, limbs. Izuku went to 100% with One for All, and that did nothing. He went to 1 trillion, 1 billion, or 1 million%, and he was about to get squished. Kota came in, sprinkled some water because that's his quirk, water quirk. Splashed Muscular. Muscular said, "Whenever I'm done with him, you'll be next." That made Izuku wake up. That made Izuku more powerful, and he screamed at the top of his lungs, "Don't you hurt Kota!" And then he went to 1 million, maybe 1 billion, maybe 1 trillion% with One for All. He used all his power that he had, and he punched that son of a bitch into the wall. And man, that's whenever you know he's gonna be a great hero. Everybody knows that he's gonna end up becoming a great hero. Izuku has a lot in him. And this is proving everything that All Might said was gonna be true. Now, let's skip a few filler parts in Season 3 and to the Bakugo versus Izuku fight. They had one fight already in Season 1, and this was training. Ochaco and Izuku were training together because they were put on teams. This is also another part of developing their relationship, but I'll get to that in the part where I'm actually going to talk about their love experience, their feelings for each other, and everything else. That's going to be complicated to explain, but that's going to be in part 3. Everything that came up to this point had a lot of feelings, because again, this was after Bakugo got kidnapped by the League of Villains, All Might losing his quirk to finishing off All for One to everything from their past. This led up to every little thing that happened. And you know what? This panel was intense. Very intense. And this was the first time Izuku saw a sad and defeated Bakugo. Well, not really defeated, just defeated look in his eye. Sorrowness, guilt. He saw it all. He just felt sorry for him. He just didn't know what to say. So they fought. That was the only way to get his frustration out. And Izuku said before they started fighting, "I'm not gonna be your punching bag anymore, Kanchan." And this is where we go back to where he said Deku doesn't mean helpless anymore. It means a hero. Something like that. I don't really remember what he said. But someone made Deku become a hero name. And that person was Ochaco. Thanks to Ochaco, Deku saw that it was gonna be a hero name. And also, it was probably because she said it was kinda cute. So, they fought. Mr. Aizawa found out about this, but All Might took care of it. They talked. All Might talked to him. That's whenever Izuku and Bakugo became frenemies. Not rivals, but frenemies. Bakugo found out about One for All, and everything kind of changed. Season 4, Izuku saves a little girl named Eri with Lemillion's help, and Lemillion loses his quirk to this bullet that was called the quirk erasing bullet or something like that. But Eri had this special quirk where she could rewind time on a person. Overhaul, the villain that was in this, well, it was to season 3 to season 4. Overhaul just took everything from her, and it was not that great because he was using her for the bullets, literally taking her skin, cutting her. Izuku and the pro heroes managed to save her, but Izuku was the one who fully saved her, since she could rewind everything. He asked her to use her quirk on him to erase the broken bones, broken bones in him whenever he goes 100%. He used his quirk at 100% to take down Overhaul. And this is whenever we see that Izuku has grown a lot. I will talk about the movies a little bit, but I haven't seen every single one. I've only watched one. Because I only been able to watch one because every single other one I can't find. So I've only been able to watch one. But still, this been amazing. He gone through everything. War breaks out, season 6. Everything falls apart. The pro heroes lose, but the villains escape. Did the villains win? Or did no one win? Izuku has unlocked Black Whip in season 5 during the training arc. He also unlocked Float season 6. He unlocked Danger Sense as well during the war arc. Same with Float. But everything that's happened to him, I feel sorry for him. He can also go up to 25% to maybe 45% with One for All during the war arc. But there weren't a lot of lives taken in the war arc. I'm not going to talk about it that much because if I start talking about the war arc, it would take longer to explain than I want to. But let's just say that fight was so gruesome that it was crazy. Now, the Vigilante Deku arc I am going to talk about because that's my favorite arc to talk about, and I've been wanting to talk about it since I've started this video. Vigilante Deku arc is whenever, technically, this is after the war. Izuku was in a coma for a while. He lost his emotion. He lost his smiling. He leaves UA because villains are after him because they found out about One for All. Some of the pro heroes help him out on his journey. He has assassins after him. He fought Muscular again. He fought Lady Nagant. And then that's whenever, well, we find out that he unlocked another quirk called Smokescreen. And then he unlocked Fajin during the Lady Nagant fight. Fajin can make his speed literally make him 10 times faster, stronger, you know. It is crazy. He can be at like 45% with One for All and probably go to 100 and feel like he's using One for All at 100%. Maybe even 200%. This quirk is crazy powerful. I mean, it is crazy powerful. And that's not... And this is whenever we get that Class 1A versus Deku. And if Deku was, like, fully energized, slept, ate, drank anything, they would have been done for. I'm sorry. All of them would be knocked the fuck out. I know that he would still not fight, but if he was at 100%, I'm telling you, he would be gone, and they wouldn't even been able to get him back. That's how powerful he is. Heck, he's probably like at like almost All Might's level right now. Almost. I know that he's powerful than Class 1A combined and Endeavor and any of the pro heroes that's right now. Probably even All Might, for that matter. But he's still gotta prove himself. He's been wanting to prove himself for a while now. He's been pushing himself, and it's gotten him this far. He knows what he has to do. He's been working so hard for this to happen. And it's finally happening. But with a risk. Who knows? Maybe this is all for nothing. Maybe this is for something. But we gotta figure out, when a hero's out there saving us, who's out there saving the hero? That's a quote that Ochaco made. And that's a good point. Because Izuku was saving everyone while everyone was being in UA. Who was helping him out? No one. Then whenever they got him back at UA, civilians didn't want him in there because they thought villains would come after him. I mean, they weren't wrong. Villains did end up coming after him, but again, a second war started somewhere else, I believe. I haven't read the manga yet. I've only read one chapter. That was chapter 400 and something. And yeah, I kind of skipped over a lot of details, and I'll just wait until season 7 comes out. But yeah, second war starts and stuff goes haywire. But that's it for Izuku's origin. This is it for part 1. I hope everyone enjoys and have a lovely day. And I'll see you in part 2 of Ochaco's origin. Let's go!